What's up, Nation? Welcome back to a video. And today, well, that game sucked. That was painful throughout most of it. We played a terrible first quarter. Got down like 17 at one point in the first quarter. It was like 23-6, I believe. And then we cut it. It was from that point forward. It was pretty much a close game all the way up until late third quarter, I believe. With our awful, we couldn't throw the ball into the ocean tonight. And our awful three-point shooting somehow managed to take a 1-point lead late in the third. I really don't know how. I mean, Embiid dropped like 40, Seth Curry dropped like 20, and Tobias Harris another 20. I don't know how we stayed in that game for as long as we did. Kevin Huerter was dominant tonight. I'm not sure if he might have missed one or two shots towards the end of the game. He scored like 20 points or something, and along with Gallo, he scored like 18. So the bench points were definitely not the problem. It was the starters. Trey had an off night from 3, only like 1 for 7, and just shooting altogether from Trey was just not great. He did still get like 21 points and 11 assists, which is still great. But his three-point shooting wasn't there tonight, and most of the team's three-point shooting was not there. John Collins can't seem to find his spark here in the playoffs so far. And Bogdanovic hit back-to-back threes late in the third. That would eventually give us the 1-point lead, 80-79, I believe, with around 2 minutes left in the third, which I was getting pumped right there. But then Shake Milton comes in and pretty much just shuts all that down. I mean, that dude was shooting lights out. I mean, he hadn't had a game like that in I don't know how long, but he hit like pretty much a half-court shot to end the third quarter, and right there I knew it wasn't our night. And he pretty much dominated for the rest of the quarter. He scored, I think he finished with like 15 around there, which before that, the bench points were like 0. So that really helped them out. We had outscored their bench by like 40 because they had nothing going from their bench. That's pretty much how we stayed in the game because our starters were not doing it. John Collins couldn't get it going. It took Bogey a little while to get going from 3. He didn't have a great shooting night, but Friday back in Atlanta, split the series. That's all we wanted to do. Did the same thing in New York. Now let's win both the home games. And I say we win this one in 6. I still think the Hawks are going to win this series. I've seen all I needed from the Sixers. I just don't think that there's enough there to stop the pick and roll with Collins and Capella. I mean, Embiid can't play all 48 minutes. And without Embiid there's not much there that can stop that pick and roll. And I'm trying to think, as long as Embiid and Harris don't combine for like 60 points for the rest of the series like they did tonight, I think we'll win it in 6. I think we'll win our home games. We've been the toughest team to beat at home pretty much the whole playoffs and the rest of the regular season. I don't know what has got into us when we're at home, but something about us, we play so good at home. I don't know what it is, but next game Friday night in Atlanta. Fans will be there. They'll be electric. Coming off of a bad shooting night, we should shoot a lot better, hopefully, and we'll have the fans there to back them up. And I say we take game 3 and 4, but then the Sixers take 5, and I'll say we win in 6 or 7. So I have us moving on, but we'll see what happens. Sixers probably had different plans, and credits to Embiid, man. He's just an absolutely outstanding athlete. The refs weren't great for either team. Embiid got a few calls that was questionable. Trey got a few calls that were questionable. There's definitely one call that there was one no call that Trey definitely traveled on that led to a Kevin Huerter 3, but I was fine with it, obviously. But there is a few technical fouls, I believe. Joel Embiid and Gallo got into it a few times, and Gallo was getting up, and I think he bumped him, and then Embiid shoved him over. That was a double T. Yeah, there's definitely no love between these two teams. Not as bad as Hawks and Knicks, but Embiid is definitely not taking a liking to our team right now. Hopefully we can pull this series out, but gotta take it game by game and go in game 3. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys, and go Hawks.